Hey, good morning. I'm Dr. Ben Laverty, to some Professor Ben Laverty, founder of California Safety Training Corporation. I'd like to talk to you all today about PIEV. Not my pet peeve, but PIEV is perception, intellection, emotion, and volition. Here's why. We're coming up on vacation time, a little bit, almost spring vacation, just gone. In driving around myself up and down the state of California, I see people traveling so close to other cars, there's no way that any emergency they would be able to stop. So I'd like to talk to you about the scientific side of follow distances, PIEV. Perception, you're looking down a road and you see something in the road. Oh my gosh. Then intellection goes, oh my gosh, it's a cow or a car or a truck. And then emotion says, I don't want to hit it. And then finally, volition says, whoa, I better take my foot off the gas and put it on the brake. All that together takes 0.75 seconds. Once that occurs, you put your foot off of the accelerator and you put it on the brake. 0.75 seconds. We total those two together, PIEV plus M&M, it's 1.5 seconds. Now with that, let's time out over there. Let's figure out how fast we're going and how many feet we're going. Help us, in our mind, understand follow distances. As we travel 10 miles an hour, we're actually doing 15 feet per second. When we're traveling 30 miles an hour, we're doing 45 feet per second. Now let's do 80 miles an hour. We're doing 120 feet per second. And you multiply the 1.5 that we just talked about. Before you even get your foot on the brake, you could be down many car lengths in comparison with what you would be if you were going slower. You either go slower or you back off a little bit. And I know, there are so many people, as soon as you back off a little bit, they come in and fill in your space. And now you have to go back off some more. Pretty soon you'll be going in reverse. Not so, but sometimes it feels that way. So as you travel this, the real calculation for miles per hour into feet per second is 1.47. It's easier for the math in the head to say 1.5, and it's on the safety side that you actually do that. So if you can, at 60 miles an hour, you're doing 90 feet per second. So in 1 second, 1.5 seconds, you're already 135 feet right up on top of the other people and no time whatsoever before you even started the braking distance. And it's brake or skid to a stop. Used to be in the old days, it was always skid to a stop. But with the new ABS braking systems, the computers make our cars brake in very short intervals. So you'll see skid marks that are kind of almost like a dotted line or a dotted skid, if you will. So there again, the longer or the faster you go, the longer your stop is and the stopping distance. Now I'd like to talk to you about coefficient of friction. As we all know, ice, shaved ice at the hockey rink, has a coefficient of friction of 0. Now, when you go to an asphalt surface, the coefficient of friction is 70%, and the concrete would be 80%. Well, depending on what kind of a road you are on and what the rock content might be in that affects your stopping distances. Typically, I'd like to give you a couple. At 40 miles an hour, it takes 67 feet to skid to a stop or ABS to a stop after you've spent the second and a half of PIEV and M&M. Well, you can see following right behind somebody, especially on a freeway or even in town, demands respect, frankly. Respect for the people in front of you. You don't know what they're going to see or what they're going to do. Well, I've also seen on the freeway where people drive up behind somebody to intimidate them to get them off to the slower lanes. good luck. If the person in front of them is angry, they may just push the brake on. And with that brake, you will not have time to stop, and you will be in a wreck, and you will be at fault. So I'm telling you all this so that as we embark upon our vacation time, or any vacation time, doesn't have to be any particular time, that you will hopefully have more respect for the speed that we're going and for the other drivers that are there, so you're not the one in a wreck. Because if you hit somebody from behind, it's your fault. We hear all the time, many times, that you should be 2 seconds behind the vehicle in front of you. Well, when you use the PIEV and the M&M, and then your skid to a stop distances, it actually calculates closer to 3.5, 3.4, well, even just to be safe, do it 4 seconds. So if we're out there, we could take 306 feet actually to come to a stop if we instantaneously saw something, went through our mental processes, and then skid to a stop, it'd be 306 feet. Now, if somebody's in front of you also moving forward, that's okay. But if a truck pulls out in front of you, sideways to you, there is no forward distance from him, from you, and you're going to hit him on the sight, and it's not going to be pretty. So I just want you all to be safe and courteous to each other. Keep living. Thank you.